Hey, Inspired Tribe, my fellow freedom lovers, howdy. How's it going? It's John Nolan here. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll wait for you guys to jump on. This is going to be eye-opening. I think another pinnacle moment, if we realize this together, what we're going to talk about, I think we can create some amazing shift energy and changes right now. This is now proven. What I'm about to share with you, we tested it over and over and over again, and this is now proven, which will point to a greater understanding. What's the most censored topic on the internet right now? It's absolutely crazy. As a matter of fact, great. I just got a text from the person that's heavily involved as not the perpetrator of the censorship, but as someone who's being heavily affected. So thank you all for tuning in. Ronnie, thank you. It's so great to see you. Black Sky, good to see you. Wonderful, Will. And, Black Sky, Ronnie, these are wonderful, wonderful people that have been with us for such a long time. We appreciate you. We love you. We love you all. But it's so good to see you all. Waiting for people to jump on here. We see Elvan D, Will, Matthew, Carol. Good to see you. This is going to be an eye-opener. You never believe what this is. Sharon, great, from Portugal. Good, great, wonderful to see you. Words are just jumping out. Ingrid, wonderful. Thank you for tuning in. We're healthy, we're wealthy, we're whole, we're free, everyone. Let's remember this together. Enrico, Mark, Jody, wonderful. Cosmic Star Home, Marcella or Marcella, probably Marcella. Argentina, beautiful. Beautiful. Patty is here. Allison is here. Did you say ciao from Italy? Hey, bella Italia, come stai? Come stai? Tutto bene? We got Houston, Texas in the house. We got UK in the house. Beautiful. Who else is here? Ozzy, Firestick Buddha. Love it. We got Stefan here from Sweden. Wonderful. Denmark's in the house. How beautiful is that? Okay. Let's jump into it. We have been working in the truth, freedom movement, whatever you want to say. We've been in this publicly expressing ourselves and bringing this out for almost 15 years, but really more, it's gotten more intense over the last 10 years. It's gotten even more intense over the last 3-4 years. And there's a lot of censored topics that used to be under the radar. Of course, we've seen censorship over the last 2.5 years like never before, right? So we see what topics are being suppressed, how the algorithm works, and what goes and what doesn't go at all. This is so important to understand. And by the way, if you're asking why I'm wearing a white hat, because, we're always talking, people are always talking about all the white hats. Where are they? I thought I was going to come on here and wear a white hat and say, well, you're a white hat, I'm a white hat, in terms of we're working for the good, but we're not hiding. We're those who are out in public, all of us, tribe. So here's the thing. You can go online and you can talk about the conspiracy side of things. You can uncover a lot of things. You can even talk about some of these evil people directly and name them. You can go and talk about the Clinton Foundation. You can go and talk about George Soros, and you can talk about Klaus Schwab, and you can talk about the World Economic Forum, and you can talk about the Club of Rome, Committee of 300, the Jesuits, all of those groups you can talk about. You're not really being silenced to do that. But guess what is now proven to be the most censored topic on the internet? It's a solution on a scalable level. That is the one thing you're not supposed to talk about. And I saw this again today. I've been watching this now for the last months. Jim Gale, the founder of Food Forest Abundance, chief storyteller, chief visionary at Food Forest Abundance. If you haven't seen our interview today, if you haven't seen our previous interviews, we've been at this now for months and months, beating the drum about a solution that would make people self-sufficient and independent on a large scale in a very short period of time. Guess what? You cannot talk about it. You're not allowed to. The views are being suppressed. The algorithm puts us down. Any which way we tried, we can't get the message out to hundreds of thousands or millions of people. The interesting thing is millions of people are interested in this. Yes, you can go and share about your off-grid garden. Yes, you can share about your permaculture experience. But what you cannot do is provide people a scalable solution that they could implement in their towns, they could implement in their cities, they can implement in their villages, they can implement on a large scale. And Jim Gale and his team, that's what they're doing. They're providing a scalable, organic, all-natural permaculture solution. And why that is so important in the short term, it will save us. If we do this, it will save us from famine, from dependency on the government, and from all the orchestrated shit. I'm not saying it's the only solution we need, but it's the foundation. People need good, nutritious, high quality food to put into their bodies and their children's bodies. It's so, so, so important. And in a clean environment, there's clean air. Even water gets cleaner there. So, but we cannot talk about this. We can't get this message out to the people. Although this is the solution to the problems that we so often point out. Also, it's important to understand this is it, folks. This is it. But this is what the algorithms, this is what AI doesn't want us to do. Because if we get self-sufficient, and not just one family, not just one person, not just one couple, but if we get self-sufficient on a big scale, if we get whole towns to be self-sufficient, if we get people together in communities, which is another suppressed topic. Why do I say this? Listen, we've been on YouTube posting videos daily for 3.5 years now, daily, okay? And we're on other platforms, and we observe the views, the analytics, we observe what is happening. We can tell if a video is about to take off, and boom, the algorithm takes it off because it's not according to their standards in terms of what they want people to know or not. As long as you're just showing what the problem is, they don't care about that. If you bring the problem and the solution, and a real solution, a scalable solution, and that's the last thing they want right now. The governments in the world, if they were even slightly concerned about your well-being, if they would follow their instruction and direction for security and safety, yes, that's part of why people want governments, be that as it may. But if they would follow that, they would come out and they would say, everybody, we're gonna drop all the taxes on all the seeds, on all the plants. We're gonna drop all that. That's the second thing. We're gonna subsidize in this time when there's food shortages and production problems and supply chain problems. We're gonna subsidize people turning their backyards into food forests. We're going to support the people in their efforts to actually become self-sufficient, because currently we cannot provide or make even sure that the structures are kept alive. So this should be the natural reaction of a just, fair, and true government. That's not what they're doing. They're doing the opposite. They're raising taxes. They're making it harder. They're wanting you to register your garden. They're not allowing you to see that there are simple solutions you could implement, start today, and get off the government's tit. That's what they don't want. And so this is what is happening. And it's not just happening in the United States. It's happening everywhere. And I'm telling you, it sounds crazy, but this is the most censored topic. I can go through all our videos. I can go through all our metrics, all our stats. And sometimes we go right to the edge of what the big tech is even accepting us to talk about. Sometimes we go over the edge. I know that, but they don't care. They don't care if you talk about mind control. They don't care, because all of that still doesn't point you to the solution. As soon as you talk about healing, boom, that gets down. As soon as you talk about solutions, boom, that gets taken down or gets censored heavily. It is impossible for me to find any other explanation after so many months for a visionary and a speaker like Jim Gale, who's doing a wonderful, wonderful job right now, traveling the country, speaking everywhere, and he's invited. People love him. People bring him back. People eat up what he has to say because it's so true to soul what he's saying. But he can get the message out online to a large audience simply because when people would understand within 5 minutes. We posted the last video here in the comments, here in the video description, our latest interview that we posted this morning. If people give Jim 5 minutes to simply share his vision, and billionaires are jumping on it. Billionaires are calling him saying, Jim, we want to send you $100 million so we can bring this to a larger scale. We want to build food the Freedom Farm Academies. We want to show people how to do it. We want to start investing in this. We want to put our fiat into the ground and actually plant freedom seeds, actually help people become independent. So the resonance is there, but we need a critical mass. We have, Jim is pointing this out all the time. I'm driving through this beautiful state of Tennessee with Christine so many times. We love this beautiful state. We see lawn after lawn after lawn after lawn, people who have plenty of land and acreage. They could be self-sufficient, but they don't know it. See, they've been taught it's hard. They've been taught it's impossible. They've been taught that having a pesticide heavy lawn that you need to take care of every week, that you need to constantly feed fertilizer and whatnot, that is the ideal. That's what they've been taught. That's the program. And Jim and his team, and we're doing this with him together, we're going out there and telling people, no, this is bullshit. We need edible gardens. We need organic permaculture guilds like nature does it. We replicate this process. We use all natural heirloom seeds to great high quality stuff. No fertilizers, no pesticides, no nothing. And any climate zone has their potential for different plants, of course, but you can do this in any climate zone. And that's what they don't want you to hear. As I said, you can go online and you can look up popular videos on how to plant your own garden. But Jim is saying, listen, this is great. And this is what we need to do, one lawn at a time. But I'm showing we can do it large scale also. I'm telling corporations that have acreage that they're not using, that they're just putting pesticides on, we can grow food there. You can feed your employees. We're showing churches that have plenty of land. You can have a community garden there. We're showing schools. We're going to teach you how to do it. We're going to put the garden there. That's the message they don't want out. And we've reached out to influential celebrities, and they are being silently advised not to jump on this. You also don't hear this in the alternative media. You don't hear people talk about this, and there needs to be more conversation about this. We need this solution now. We have it. It's ready. Jim and Food Forest Abundance, and I'm sure there are others who are beginning to do it in their own way, but they're ready in all states. They're ready with multiple teams in multiple countries. He's so open and so helpful, such a beautiful soul. This is not about profit for him. The guy, for God's sakes, the guy helped build a $1 billion company years ago and walked away from it because it wasn't true to spirit, wasn't true to soul. Now, after all this life he's lived, after everything he's seen, being a father just like I am, he's so passionate, so freaking passionate, and so in love with helping people getting independent and literally forging their own destiny. And it's so freaking simple. It's not complicated, folks. We need you guys. This has always been about a tribe, about a family, about a force multiplier. We really need you to be the echo for this, to be the force multiplier, to be those who share and spread the message. Talk to your neighbors about it. Talk to your HOA about it if you have one. Talk to your friends about it. This is it. This is it. In times of crisis, and we are at war. I don't know how to say it any other way. We're at freaking war. This is the biggest war that's, I don't know, happened in a gazillion years, and it's happening right now. And at war, we need to have solutions, and that's one epic, huge thing we all need to do right now. Please go to Food Forest Abundance website. Check out what they're doing. We put it all in the description of this live stream. Our heart's in this. This is so we see what happens when people regain their sovereignty. And of course, that is a spiritual inner standing. It's inner revolution that's happening, no doubt. But then what do you do with that? How do you apply this in your life? Listen to me. Nothing is more painful than having to watch children be hungry. Nothing is more painful than even having to watch parents in their helplessness because they can't feed their children. We need to take that power back into our hands. We cannot let corporations like Nestle and all the others be in charge of our most precious, most important needs: food, water, shelter, all that. We need to take it back. Food is the first step. Food is the first step. Real food, organic, nutritious food. It doesn't come from the shelves in a supermarket. What they call organic is a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke in a joke. It's so bad. So, and here we are. We have it. We have it because someone listened to their inner guidance and created something. Jim Gale took something that America is really known for: scale a solution, scale a product. And he took that knowledge, he took um, that tool for capitalism and turned it into a freedom growing tool. And he's doing it now. So listen, if I'm that passionate about something, is because I believe in this vision. It also aligns with Christine and mine's vision that we've been putting out there for so many years. It goes back to our own sovereignty. It's in alignment with Anastasia's vision from the Ringing Cedars books that we've talked about so often. This is the thing, and it's all coming together. We need you. We need you. We can't do this on our own. We can't do this for everybody. We can bring this out and help and help multiply this, but we need you all. We need you as ambassadors for this vision. And by the way, you can become an ambassador for Food Forest Abundance also. You can get involved in this, not just as a customer but as someone who's actually helping bring this to others. It's a cooperative capitalism model where everybody wins. It's a win-win-win-win-win. It's a win-win-win-win-win. So please jump on board and help us spread this vision. Go check out the latest interview we did with Jim. It's in the video description. It's on top. That's what they really don't want you to see. It's so crazy that it's not all the conspiracy stuff that, by the way, it turns out to be so true. The corruption from the smallest to the biggest bureaucracies to the biggest corporations. What we learn about election structures in almost all countries, yes, that is true. We've been duped. We've been had. All of that is true. But all of that is not getting as heavily censored as large-scale solutions that would help millions, potentially billions of people get self-sufficient within a matter of months, a year or two tops. A year or two tops. If you don't believe me, go to Food Forest Abundance website. Again, the link's in the video description. Check out what they have done at Galt's Landing. That is their headquarters. Go and check out what they have done in a little over a year. You wouldn't believe it. In a little over a year, they have turned it into paradise. They have turned it into an edible paradise where Jim and his family and his little daughter, 3 years old, precious, they can go outside. They can pick fruits from the trees. They are eating fresh, great, nutritious food. You can have it. We can all have it, Inspired Tribe. But we need to get our asses off the couch, get our asses out of our comfort zone, and do this. Knock on doors, talk to people, become an ambassador or become involved. Do whatever you feel inspired to do. But please join us. We truly, truly need you. Thank you all. Thank you for tuning in. We love you very, very much. And for those of you who feel inspired, Christine and I are going to go live on Locals in a little bit here, on the Inspired Community on Locals for a wife and husband chat. Shift gears a little bit, but we love to do that. We so appreciate you. You are deeply appreciated. And the link for the Locals community is also in the video description. You can find it all there. And we'll be back with you again very, very soon. Thank you for being here. You mean so much to us. Thank you.